30 videos in 30 days. What were my top lessons? Hey guys, I'm Showman. I want to challenge the way you think, and right now I want to talk all about my 30-day challenge. So I did 30 videos in 30 days, as in a video a day for 30 days. And I did that as part of a challenge as assigned to me by good friends of mine who were also keeping up with me, but instead of making videos, they were writing blog articles. Now all this came around when me and two other friends were talking. We're all saying, I really want to get the ball rolling on these things. I really want to get the ball rolling on these things. And look how far we could have gotten if we just did this 3 years ago. And then we all said, well, we're in the middle of a pandemic, we're in the middle of a shutdown, why not start now? And start we did! We, the three of us, are now on the last day of the 30-day challenge. This is the last video I need to make for it, and boy, do I have some really interesting takeaways from this. And I will also be answering the question that I'm sure you're kind of wondering of, should you do a 30-day YouTube challenge? Lesson number one that I learned from doing this is that it is so much harder than you think, but not in the ways that you might be thinking. Yes, it's physically kind of exhausting to also have to do this alongside everything else, especially if you're busy, because over the last little bit, I've never been as busy as I am. I'm doing finals at school, I'm renovating my house, and on top of that, I have to spend about 3 hours a day, because that's about how long it actually takes to come up with an idea, film it, edit it, render it, export it, and then put it on YouTube. So I need to take 3 hours out of my day, out of my already busy day, and do this. And that is physically hard, but what I actually found is it's not so much the physical toughness, because physically, obviously, we're able to do it, but it's the mental strain that was kind of hard. In the beginning, in days 1, 2 to 5, I'm like, oh yeah, I get to make a video, let's go, let's put it out, I have so many ideas, I'm so fresh. By, day 8, day 10, I'm like, okay, I'm basically out of ideas, let's wing the rest of this. By day 12, 13, I'm being like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Day 16, 17, I'm dead. I'm like, I get up in the morning, and I'm like, oh, I have to make another video. Oh dear, how am I gonna do this? Alright, think Shoma, what can you make a video on? What can you make a video on? This is such a drag. I'm sitting in front of the camera, and if you watch back in some of the day 16, 17 videos, oh, I'm pretty tired. I look a little bit dead. But then here's the interesting thing that happened. Yes, it was mentally exhausting up until that point, but after that, after day 20, it actually became easy again. Because after that, I stopped fighting all of the mental strain of, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I have to do this again, I have so many other things I need to do. After that, I just kind of got up, I'm like, okay, well, what am I gonna make the video about? Let's go, put it into the camera, put it into the computer, cut it, edit it, export it, and it's done, and it's out, and I don't need to think about that one for the day. So that's kind of interesting, that it did take a lot of mental toll, but as soon as it became kind of a habit, now it's kind of easy. I remember about 4 days ago, I was talking in my group chat, and all of them were like, oh, hey, only 4 more days left, and I'm like, whoa, I was prepared for another 10. I'm in the habit of this. I want to make more videos. I'm on a roll here. And it didn't even feel like day, 26. It didn't even feel like I've made, 26 other videos. It only felt like, oh, I'm just getting started, which I found that was actually really interesting. And that's something that you might need to consider, that there will be a hump period. And I'm sure there will also be many hump periods as I continue on of, this is a drag, this is a drag, this is a drag. The other way that it was mentally tough, and this is going to tie into my second point in just a second, I'm getting to it, but this is kind of a main one, is that there wasn't there was positive feedback, and I'm, by the way, guys, so thankful for all of you that were watching, all of you that were commenting, all of you that were liking my videos, even the ones that disliked it. Like, just the fact that I got people that weren't my friends and I'm not pushing it to watch my videos, I think is huge. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you. But there wasn't all the fanfare that like Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, you know, all the big guys are getting per video. Like I wasn't getting, you know, 100,000 views, 100,000 views, 100,000 views. I was getting like 7 or 8. And I think that was also a big mental toll of being able to be like, not a lot of people are watching this. Can I keep going? Can I keep going? But again, as soon as I kind of got into a habit, as soon as I just kind of let all that fall to the wayside and be like, I'm making a video, there's no other choice, it doesn't matter if a single other person sees it, I have to put it out. As soon as I was coming from that frame, it got so much easier. So guys, if you are thinking about this and you are gonna start it, don't care, and I'm gonna come back near the end, but don't care about kind of the feedback you're getting. Don't care if a single human being watches your videos. All that matters is that you get them out. Your videos are kind of gonna suck. And that is actually the second thing that I learned that I thought was huge, was to be okay with mistakes. To be okay with not putting out a perfect, flawless masterpiece every time, because, you know, you only have so much time to film. You only have so much time to edit. You only have so much time during the day for you to put these out, and you have to put them out every day, and so you can't go back and refilm it. You literally just have to put it out. Oh, you're super busy and you only have an hour to do the entire process that usually takes 3 hours? Well, let's go. Let's film everything in 5 minutes, throw it into a 2-minute video, export it, and go. And I would just have to be okay with putting out a subpar video. I would just have to be very okay with my thoughts maybe not coming out quite as intended. And that is okay. I think that is a perfectly good thing to learn, because so many of us, myself included, I'm such a huge perfectionist, and I'm sure you have your perfectionist thoughts too, but keep in mind, a lot of perfectionism is fear, and I was scared of putting myself out there even if I wasn't expressing myself fully correctly, because yes, I was caught up on some of the things. Some people did kind of call me out on some of the points that I was like, I really probably should go back and actually address that point, but I didn't really have the time. And so that was huge for me. It was a huge learning lesson that I think I will carry on for basically the rest of my life. The lesson of, it's good, just get it out. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be done. Keeping with the flow, the third main lesson that I learned is that it's okay to be vulnerable. Because honestly, it really doesn't matter. At the time of me filming some of these videos, I thought it was actually pretty out there. Like, I felt a little bit uncomfortable sharing some of the things that I was sharing, because I thought that there was just a lot of vulnerability and a lot of my own personal life that I don't know if I really want to get out there. But ultimately, I think, and it's not really panning out right now, but I think in the long run, this motif of being able to be more vulnerable and more open about my struggles, about everything, I think in the long term, it will help you guys a lot more, because so many people on YouTube only project their best self. I think a little bit of vulnerability is a good thing. Now, let me know in the comments down below, does that make any sense? Do you guys want me to be more vulnerable and to share more of my struggles? Or would you guys rather I kind of wall myself off and just give straight, hard, scientific tips? But I think ultimately it is only a good thing to be vulnerable. Now the next thing, and this is kind of a bonus thing because I just thought of it, and that is being more in the flow state in front of a camera. Now, I'm sure all of you guys have experienced this where you're in the shower and you're doing this great monologue and you're having all of these things, or you're walking around the house or you're just sitting at your desk and you're thinking this fantastic monologue of all the all the right words are coming along and all of these things, and then you turn the camera on and all of a sudden you just you just can't think of the right words to say, and you're just like, where did all my flow go? And I think doing this for 30 days, just for this one thing alone, was worth it. I am so much more present to the moment. I am so much more in the flow of what's actually going on. And I think that's really translating well with my energy, with my intensity, with actually just making a little more sense. I definitely had some people commenting and telling me that my videos are starting to be a little more in the flow, a little more, they make a lot more sense. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I am more in the flow. I'm so much more comfortable in front of the camera than I was even 30 days ago, and I thought I was comfortable then. But now I'm like, okay, let's go. A camera, that's just a friend. It's just a person that I can talk to, and this was such a good bonus. This is such a good thing to be able to do, to not be scared of the camera anymore, and to just basically be able to just say whatever's on my mind. And so you're all probably wondering, is this 30-day thing worth it? Is it worth it, Shoma? Should I do it? Should I not do it? I've been thinking about doing it, and I think my overall answer to that is yes. Do it. If you've been thinking about it, do it. If anything, you're just challenging yourself to grow, because you're gonna grow so much as a person, and you're gonna get so many skills, like speaking in front of a camera, or being able to be a little more expressive, or being a little more coherent, or honestly, even just fleshing out the things that are in your head. This is sort of like journaling. This is literally akin to journaling, but you're putting yourself out there. And so it's scary, but you're doing uncomfortable things every day. And again, I have that written on my board right there. I'm waking up, I'm looking at that. Doing uncomfortable things is so important, because ultimately, was this a success? I say yes, 100%. This was such a huge success for me. I grew as a person, I gained some skills, I gained some clarity, but if you're gonna look at the numbers, they're pretty alright. They're like nothing phenomenal. I'm not suddenly replacing my income with YouTube ad revenue. It's gonna take a lot more than just 30 days of straight work to be good at this, to become big. It will take a lot of effort, and that's honestly probably the biggest thing that I've learned, is that it takes so much more than just 30 days of work. And so, if you're thinking about getting started, I'm just gonna leave you with this adage. The best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. You know what the second best time is? Right now. The second best time to plant a tree is right freaking now. So get your camera out, send me a message. I have my Instagram link down below. Send me a message saying that you're gonna start the 30-day challenge, because if you've made it this far, I challenge you to spend 30 days and just put out a video every day. It doesn't have to be as polished as my videos, but I just want you selfie mode on your camera talking about your day. Because you're gonna grow and you're gonna learn, and it's gonna be great. And no, it might not be great numbers wise, but it will be worth it. Trust me. If you've made it this far, please hit that subscribe button. Again, I've almost hit my stride. I have so many plans in the works. I am gonna be taking a few days off, but I'm gonna be back better, stronger, faster, harder than ever before. My content is just gonna go like whoosh. So now is the time to get in on the ground floor so that together we can grow as a community and we can do way more than any of us could do alone. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I challenge you to do the 30-day YouTube challenge. Hit me down on Instagram below and telling me you're doing it, because I will keep you accountable. Thank you again, thank you for watching, and thank you to anyone who subscribed, who liked, who watched, who commented. Just, if you're here, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I will see you, not tomorrow, but in a bit.